Hey everybody, another week has gone by and it's Tuesday again, so Tuesday 3 o'clock, here we are, Rosetree Glass Studio and Gallery, beautiful Algiers Point, New Orleans, Louisiana, and you are here to watch me create some glass blowing magic. I'm Mark, I own Rosetree Glass Studio and Gallery along with my wife Brenda, and I'm really glad that you've come today to join us and say hello. So we're going to be making a vase today, and I want to thank Barry. Actually, Barry helped design by giving us. I had you pick a number, and Barry was the one number I picked, and so he helped us to design this vase that we're doing. I'm doing these vases as introduction of our Design Your Own series, because we can't do the Blow Your Own series right now because of all the restrictions and government restrictions on us. So we're doing Design Your Vase. And so what we have up on the site is you have different choices for lip and body and style and color, and you design the piece by picking out of all these different choices, and I make it, and we give you a certificate of authenticity that goes with it. It says you designed it and I made it, and you get a beautiful vase that you designed. So before we start, I'm going to have Darcy come over, and Father's Day is coming up, and I know there's some fathers out there that want some beautiful glass pieces, and I do want to say the response for our marble on Thursday was incredible. So we have some other marbles here. We have this beautiful blue one, and some purples, Darcy's favorite, and another blue, another purple. I kind of like this color, this bubble patch here. And we have some wine bottle stoppers. We also have these goblets, which nobody has except for us, and they have marbles in the stems. I mean, favorite color of the sports team down here. Somebody's going to love that. And we have our Disney Bevy glasses. They come in all different colors. So that's just a real brief assortment of some things that would be kind of cool to get Dad for Father's Day. Okay, so basic rules we'll go over again. Not rules, but asides. If you're on a watch party, I can't see you. So just if you have a question, come over here. I love questions. I love interacting with y'all. It kind of makes my day. It knows that people are watching and listening. So ask your questions, and Darcy will let me know what they are, and I'll try to answer them during the broadcast. As always, we love hearts and thumbs up. I just want to know that y'all are out there, that I'm not just doing it for me and Darcy, that I'm doing it for everybody. So, and if I repeat myself week after week, it's kind of important things that I say over and over. And if I use a term or something that you don't understand, please ask. There are a lot of things I take for granted because I've been using for over 40 years, these terms, and I should realize that not everybody knows these, but ask a question and then you'll know. So come on over and we'll start getting some glass.
So Barry is here, and he said that he is honored, but actually Nancy picked the number.
Oh, okay. Actually, let me... Well, thank you, Nancy. Okay, so this is going to be a 4-layer piece. All of these Design Your Owns. It's a nice 12-inch vase, and I need 4 layers of glass to get that kind of size out of a piece. Each layer is called a gather because we're gathering the glass onto the pipe. Inside my furnace is a ceramic bowl called a crucible. The crucible can hold up to 400 pounds of molten glass. It's 2,050 degrees inside here, and I'm turning the pipe and putting a layer of glass on there. So that is my first gather of glass. And you'll see if I stop turning, the glass, it's really off-center and drooping. So that's why you have to keep turning all the time. And we're gonna go back over to my station.
Jerry Lynn loves the marbles on the marble goblets.
Well, thank you. It's kind of different. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm evening the gather off, and I'm going to blow into the end of the pipe and cover the end with my thumb and trap air inside. And what happens is when the cold air hits the hot glass, it heats up and expands. And because this is clear right now, you'll be able to see that bubble pop out. So that's the inside of the piece, and that's what we're going to be building on and expanding. So each gather, we have to wait between gathers so that the first gather gets cool enough to support the second layer on top. If I went right back in right now, that second gather of glass would heat this up really hot and it'll get really floppy. So we just wait for a little bit.
Carlos says he likes your shirt.
We do have shirts, and they're going to be on our site. I'm going to talk to you about that, Darcy. They're going to be on our site soon. We have a limited edition of some we have in the shop. And then what we're going to do is we are going to partner with a local printer here, and you're going to be able to pick your own. So you can pick your own colors and sizes and everything. That way we don't have to keep it all in stock here. So brilliant that you can do that. But I guess you can do pretty much anything online now. So, in a couple days, we'll have all the shirts that we have in stock up on the site. All right, so you see that it's cooled off. I can tell by the color that it's cool enough to get the next layer on top, and you can hear that it also is hard. So the next layer, what we're going to do is we're going to come out of the furnace, and I'm going to roll it in blue glass powder. I'm going to give it 2 or 3 rolls in that to build up a nice layer of color. So come on, we're going to get another gather.
Jerry Lynn agrees. Print on demand is amazing.
Who'd have thought?
Whoever told you about that is a genius. I'm just saying.
Did you tell me about that?
I might have told you about that.
But then my shirt guy told me about it. All right, another layer you see as we're building layers of glass on, so it appears that it's getting bigger, and it actually is. The bubble's not getting bigger, just the layer of glass is getting bigger. So we're going to go back over and put more and put color on it. So we're going into this lovely cobalt blue. I'm a blue kind of guy, just because I see blue really well. And there's just something nice and calming about blue. I'm going to start sounding like Bob Ross.
Happy
Nice,
little trees.
Happy little blue trees. All right, so that's layer 1. So I'm always turning it, because if I stop turning it, gravity will take over. I'm going to stop for a second and show you. Gravity takes over and starts to throw it off center, and then I put it back on center. But that's why you have to keep turning all the time to keep it centered on the pipe.
So
What's that?
the reheating chamber there is hotter than
The reheating chamber is hotter than the furnace. The reheating chamber, the furnace is 2050. The reheating chamber is about 100 degrees or so hotter. You can also tell by the color. This is more yellow, and that's a little bit more orange. So as things get hotter, it goes from red to orange to yellow to white. White hot being the hottest.
Patty said the teacher in her loves the way you explain and inform.
Well, I was a teacher for a while. I met my lovely bride while we were both teaching. And I taught elementary school for 5 years. I taught art in elementary school. And before that, I was a substitute teacher for a while also. So I like teaching. So that's is that 2 or 3 layers? That's 3 layers. Whatever, we're done with the blue. So I'm going to smooth that out, blow out my bubble a little bit more, and then we're going to wait for the glass to cool off so we get the next layer on top and put the mix, the chips. It's an aqua mix that we're going to use.
So Paul said that he took glass blowing at Hack in PA.
Okay.
And loves watching.
Oh, well, we love having y'all coming over here. So I'm evening that off, and then I'm going to blow into it again, make sure that bubble that we started with is nice and the right size, still in there, we didn't push it out. So see how the sides are starting to poke out? That tells me there's a bubble inside. So that's enough to know that the bubble is in a good position for the next layer on top. All right, so if we have anybody new out there, I would love for you to just chime in. Don't be shy. We've been doing this, holy moly, 13 weeks, 14 weeks, since March 18th. And some of us some people have been here almost every time, and we get new people coming in and out. So we love to hear where you're from and who you are, and just say hello.
So I know we already have New York, LA. Oh, I got myself, sorry.
Arizona.
Arizona's definitely here.
And we have New Orleans people.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, most importantly, your beautiful bride is watching. You got Massachusetts too.
I gotta watch what I say. Okay, so next layer, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get one more layer on top. I'm gonna roll it into the chips, probably twice in the chips, just get a nice dense layer of that color. All
New
right.
Jersey is here as well.
Great.
And thanks, Jerry Lynn. I never seem to turn the camera around when I'm having a good hair day.
Oh, you did that? You did the thing?
Yes. I'm so professional. Thank you.
All right, another layer on top. Now, those of you who are watching in New Orleans, the gallery is open. We do require masks and hand sanitation, but you can see these pieces up close and personal, all on your own in the gallery. And we have a beautiful gallery. The studio is a old refurbished movie theater, Art Deco movie theater. It was built in 1940. And we have a nice sized gallery in front. Very distinctive building. We love our building. It's just really a cool place to work and to blow glass.
It
That's layer
absolutely
number 1.
is.
Yes, ma'am?
I was agreeing with you.
Okay. So this decoration we're doing is it's just a basic decoration, but it's nice in the simplicity of it, because I have transparent glass and opaque glass, and it's just a nice simple decoration that will enhance whatever you put in it.
Jerry Lynn said that this is her birthday Zen edition today.
Oh, that's true. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jerry Lynn.
Good, now I don't have to message her on Facebook and say happy birthday. So I'm going to give this a little twist. And you'll see the chips are starting to move and twist around.
I really like the simplicity of this one.
And I'm just going to take shears and just help the twist along right at the bottom. Happy little twist. Okay, so decoration is all on. So I have an aqua mix, aqua and blue mix on for the chips, and then a dark cobalt blue for the top. I'm going to heat this up and smooth it out.
Jerry said you are definitely off the hook.
So always turning while I'm in the reheating chamber. Always turning, whenever I'm handling the blowpipe, always turning.
So Patty was asking, what happens to glass that doesn't do what you wanted or cracks? Can it be melted and reused?
We only use clear glass and then put colors on top. So we can't really reuse it. We reuse clear, if it's all clear, we can reuse it. But if it has color on it, we really don't. I'm saving, I have garbage cans full of colored glass that I'm telling myself eventually that I will do something with. Okay, so I'm blowing into that, making that bubble. You'll see the sides come out a little bit, making sure that my bubble is there. So, some people do recycle, especially if they can keep their colors segregated. But we just do the way that I apply color the techniques that I use are specific for chips and powders. We don't really recycle color.
Now we do recycle in a manner in which we work with other artists to reuse
Correct.
our glass in their art.
So there's some artists who are doing with shard art, and so they use our shards and pieces to embed and then coat with resin and use the glass as their like brush strokes. So we do recycle that way. All right, so it's smooth. It's got the spun. It's got transparent blue behind it. And so the next layer will be our final layer. And then I will start blowing it out bigger and making the shape.
Pam wants to know what the table is made of.
The table is actually steel. That was from, there are a lot of shipbuilders here, and that was from a ship. So my joke is that somewhere there's a ship with an extra window in it. So that's what, it's a nice thick steel, and it doesn't rust as readily as regular steel. Okay, so you see the color's pretty much gone, and I'm going to start getting another layer on top and shaping that. If you look really carefully, you can see how the blue is transparent.
I was going to say the blues show up fairly quickly in that.
Yes.
Because you can even see some of the blues in the chips.
So always turning. Last layer. And we'll go shape that. So this is a wood block, which which is made out of fruit wood. And what it does is it allows me to shape the glass in the right shape for when I blow out my bubble. The fruit wood is soaked in water, and the grain of the fruit, we use fruit wood, because the grain of the wood doesn't allow it to burn real quickly like pine wood. I'm going to heat this up again. So really what I'm doing now in these first 2 reheats is I'm getting the inside layer back up to temperature so that when I blow, that inside layer will start to expand. So I explain this, it's all like a chess game where I'm working steps ahead, because if I don't do the steps now that will come in handy later, I'll be stuck and it won't come out. Alright, one more blocking with the wood block. So I use the marver, the table, to cool the glass, because the bubble will blow a certain way. It'll blow to the glass that is hottest first, and if it's all the same heat, it'll blow to the thinnest and hottest. So I want to cool the bottom off a little bit and blow the part that's back towards the pipe out. That way that thins that out a little bit, so the lip of the piece is a little thinner.
So Barry said that the cobalt showing through is absolutely beautiful. Shatney said this is very therapeutic, and I couldn't agree more.
It's Jerry Lynn's moment of zen.
And Robin loves the sizzle, and I also agree with that too.
Oh, the sizzle on the block, hits it.
I always enjoy that part.
Darcy, did I introduce you?
I don't know.
The voice behind the camera, for those who don't know, is Darcy. And Darcy has been with us 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
2 years. And she does our packing and shipping and computer work and filming, which is her added to her repertoire since this whole COVID thing.
I'm a Renaissance woman.
So I'm going to use what's called a pair of jacks to cut a line into the top of this form, which will turn into the lip of the piece. And I'm doing that now because it's hard to do it after this. So I'm getting these jacks and squeezing in. And you'll see it's starting to look more like a base now because I have that pinched in. I'm going to do it one more time. Because I want to get it really tight, a tight line, because we're going to break it off there eventually. And I want a nice clean break. Always turning again. I'm heating. There are certain hot spots in the reheating chamber, so I'm trying to heat the neck up a little bit more, being right in where the burner comes out. And I'm jacking that in really tightly. And then I'm going to do some blowing. Heating and cooling. So I'm cooling the bottom part because I want the bubble to come out more on the shoulder. So for those of you who haven't been here, we have different body part names for the vase. So the up top is the neck. So we have neck, shoulder, body, foot. So I'm working on the shoulder right now. So last Thursday, one of my high school friends chimed in and we talked about getting together for a Zoom type of get together. And when I got home, I looked up when our college or high school graduation was, and it was actually the anniversary was Saturday. So we got a group together and did a chat, actually a Facebook room. I want to tell you, it was really cool. It was great to touch bases with people I haven't seen since our last reunion. So what I'm saying is, with everybody stuck inside now, doing things like that it's really good for your head. So we had, I don't know, about 15 people or so on the room, and it'll grow as we do more of them. It was really cool seeing these people and talking to people, and I would recommend doing it.
Patty looks like she was there. She said it was a great night.
Patty, actually, I've known Patty since first grade. There are some of us who were together in elementary school all through high school, and Patty's one of them. Patty lives up in Massachusetts, and she just retired this year, Patty, or last year? Recently, she taught kindergarten.
Aww.
So, the lip shape is done for now. The shoulder is the size I want it. I'm going to extend the body.
Oh, Carol is here too.
Carol was there too.
She said it was great as well. You host a good party.
Thank you. It was just very serendipity that it was just the same weekend, and it was just a cool thing. Okay, so I'm always turning, and what I'm going to do when I come out of here, I'm going to swing just like a baton all the way around, and you'll see that the length will increase from centrifugal force, and it's getting longer.
And Patty said December 2017 is when she retired.
Okay.
And she taught children with autism and then second grade.
Oh, okay. I knew it was youngins. So I'm measuring with the calipers, so I can use a little taller, and flattening out the foot a little bit. Again, centrifugal force. I'll swing this around, make it a little bit longer. So again, this is going to be just a simple color decoration, simple form. It's going to be simplicity, but really a nice vase. Okay, so the body shape is done. Bottom is flat. We have 12 inches, which is what we want to do these design your owns as. And you'll see we have different colors, greens, blues, aquas, whites in there. So we're going to do a transfer now. And what a transfer is exactly what it sounds like. I'm going to transfer this piece from the blowpipe to another rod so that I can manipulate the shape of the lip. So I'm going to give this a good heat.
So Pam was asking, do you ever hit the edge when you're pulling out of the reheating chamber? It looks like it's pretty close.
Hopefully not. So I hang this up here, and I'm going to go get another little bit of glass on another rod.
This is when I like to do my close-up, when it's not swinging at me. Shatney wants to know, what is the hardest piece you've done?
I have the pieces up in the galleries that are really time consuming and large. So those would be one of the pieces to pieces. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting a release on, this is called punty, putting a release on the punty, hopefully centering the punty, because I have the lip has to be centered, so the punty is centered now. And if you notice, I have a nice tight jack line right there. I'm using this file which has diamonds impregnated on it so that diamonds cut glass. And with the water on it, hopefully, if it's done correctly, I should just tap it and it comes right off. And then I go heat this back up. So I got to get this back into the reheating chamber pretty quickly, because if it's too cold, then it'll crack when it hits the heat. So I give it a nice flash of heat. Come all the way out. Away my pipe. And actually I'm going to open this other door up, because Pam was asking about it. Wasn't Pam asking about it?
Yeah. We've got several different doors on there that he can open and expand as he goes.
So now I'm flashing, so giving a nice heat to the whole piece, and then I'm heating the lip harder, because that is the part that we want to shape now. And the lip was the coldest part of the piece, so now we have to make it the hottest part of the piece in order to shape it. So I'm flashing the piece occasionally, the whole piece, and then coming back and just working on the lip. If I don't flash the whole piece where I attach it with the punty, it would get too cold and crack off on there. So I'm using the jacks on the inside now, and I'm going to trim the lip because it's just not all the time even, and sometimes you get a little mark on it from the file. And then I'm going to do the same thing, heat it up and shake it. Always flashing the punty, the connection, and then coming back and just heating the top harder.
And Carrie said that she's made several pieces with you and can't wait to be able to do it again.
I would love to be able to tell you, come on in and do the blow your owns, but we just so uncertain right now. So that's why we're doing the design your own.
And Bonnie said, or asks, how long have you been working with glass? Your movements are so fluid.
I've been working for glass for a very long time, about 42 years. Thank you. So I'm just going to even this off one more time. So beating the whole piece up and then just hitting the rim, the lip.
I'm going to back up. The phone's getting a little too warm.
Oh, it's getting warm? Is that what it said?
Huh?
The camera said warm? Wow, I never didn't know that. Didn't know it did that. It talks to you too.
I'm excited to see how this one comes out.
Sometimes you run out of time. So I'm going to do it one more time. I lied before. Flash the button.